Today I'm going to show you how to make Pennsylvania Dutch chicken pot pie. So if you're ever up here in Amish country or central Pennsylvania, it's going to be made a little bit different than what you might be used to. The very first thing that I did, and I started it this morning, put my chicken in my crock pot, added some salt, pepper, and carrots. And it needs to cook a little bit longer, but I just wanted to show you that you're going to cook it on low for approximately 6 to 8 hours. Now we just need to wait for the chicken to get done. Alright, let's get started on our pot pie noodles. We need 2 cups of flour. I already have that on my bowl. I'm just using all-purpose flour. I'm using Crisco. You can use whatever kind of shortening you want. You want 1 tablespoon of shortening. You're going to cut that in. I did that part too. And then you need 2 to 4 eggs. I'm going to use all 4 eggs. That egg was not very good. Okay, so I have 4 eggs in there, and then you need about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. Okay. So I'm gonna whisk all of that together. This is going to form a soft dough. If it's not liquidy enough, you can add a tiny bit of water at the end. And once you get that all mixed up, you're going to want to flour your surface, which will be my table. Get your rolling pin ready because our next step will be to roll out the dough.
Starting now.
Alright, so over on the stove in my cast iron pot, I have the chicken broth that we made with the chicken in the crock pot today. I also added some diced up carrots. I'm going to let that cook for a while, about 15 minutes, while we work on rolling out the dough to make the pot pie noodles. If you can see that. Just want to put some flour down, get out your rolling pin. Once you have that kind of thinned out, I'm just going to use a pizza cutter, some flour on it, to start cutting the noodles. These can be 1 to 2 inches, doesn't really matter, they're your noodles, you make them the size that you want. Once you have these all cut out, you're going to take them over to your pot where you have the broth and the carrots cooking, and you're just going to slowly add these in. You are going to bring these to a simmer, and we'll get the next step as soon as we're up to that point. There we have our little noodles ready to go in the pot. So once you have brought your noodles and carrots to a slow boil, you're going to add in 3 chopped up potatoes. I did leave the peelings on. And just stir it. You're going to want to stir it occasionally, and you're going to let this cook now for 30 minutes. During that time, you can start to prep your chicken, which is what I'll be doing next. I'll be getting all the meat ready to go in the pot. Alright, so I've been letting this cook for about 30 minutes. I've got my chicken all ready to go. Just put your chicken into the pot. Stir it all up, and you're going to cook it for about 5 more minutes. And I did want to add, if you want, when you add in the carrots, you can add celery and chopped onions. And if you don't want to make a chicken pot pie, you can make a ham or a beef pot pie. But once this cooks for about 5 more minutes, it is all ready to go. Alright guys, Teresa here, and today I want to show you how to make a super quick and easy 3-ingredient ice cream, no churn. You can use a handheld mixer, or I'm going to use my KitchenAid mixer. And the very first thing you're going to want to do is take a container of heavy whipping cream and pour it into your mixer. Now I'm not going to sit here and film this entire process for the mixing, but you're going to want to start it on low, gradually increase it. It might take about 3 minutes, but you're going to want to whip the whipping cream until it gets to a Cool Whip consistency. And then I'll come back and show you what I mean by that. So that actually took about 6 minutes to get it where I need it to be. It's going to look like Cool Whip. You don't want to overbeat it or you're going to start making butter. So once you have the whipped cream ready, you're going to take 1 can of sweetened condensed milk and dump it in there. Now in reality, you could make any flavor you want. You could take fresh strawberries, chocolate. Emma really only likes vanilla, so we are going to make vanilla with a little surprise. So you're going to take, if you're making vanilla, maybe 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And mix all of that together till it's, well, mixed well. I actually want to do this in the summer when it's black raspberry season, because black raspberry ice cream is my absolute favorite. Right, once you have that all mixed up, well, let me backtrack. I'm going to add some smashed up Oreos because Emma loves cookies and cream ice cream. Let's blend that all up. I'm going to take a metal bread pan, put parchment paper inside, and then you're going to pour your ice cream mixture into it. And you are going to, you can put plastic wrap, I'm going to put aluminum foil on top. You are going to stick that in the freezer for at least 4 to 6 hours or overnight. And then it'll be ready to eat. All right, this has been in my freezer for about 6 hours and it is ready to go. When you pull it out of the freezer, you just want to let it sit for just a little bit so it softened up. But then you can scoop it up, put it in some cones or in a dish or however you'd like it.
Oh, that's good.
You like it?
Yeah, what'd you make it out of?
It is heavy whipping cream, sweetened condensed milk, and vanilla.
Wow, that's good.
How they linger ever near me, and the sacred path unfolds. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul.
I'm Emma.
And Papa, the old man.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.